All right, everybody, get ready, because today we are going deep, deep into motor oil.
Deep dive time.
Yeah. And you know what? This one, we got to give a huge shout out to our listeners because you sent in some really cool stuff.
Really good stuff, yeah.
Yeah. And I'm talking about the Amazon product listing A&D, a bunch of customer reviews for Pennzoil Ultra Platinum.
This is going to be good.
Oh, yeah. So we're going to get all the
We'll
details.
follow those juicy details.
The good, the bad.
The good, the bad, and the oily.
All right. So let's start with the basics.
Back to basics.
What exactly Pennzoil Ultra Platinum? Well, it's a filler synthetic motor oil.
Full synthetic. Huh.
Yeah, 5W-30. And they're saying this stuff offers like unbeatable engine protection, big claims.
Big claims. Yeah, what's the secret sauce?
Right, like what makes them so confident?
Well, for starters, just that it's full synthetic is a pretty big deal.
Okay, yeah.
So the VIP of motor oils, you know. Compared to that conventional stuff, full synthetic is engineered to perform better, especially when things get a little extreme. When things get extreme. Give me an example.
All right, so think like scorching hot summers,
Oh, yeah.
freezing winters,
Makes sense.
even those times when you're, maybe pushing your car a little harder than usual.
So, like, if I want to put the pedal to the metal, full synthetic's the way to go.
Yeah, it can definitely give you an edge.
Okay, I'm listening.
Think of it like this. Conventional oil, it's kind of like a bunch of different size marbles rubbing together.
Oh.
Yeah, not ideal. But full synthetic, it's more like all these perfectly smooth ball bearings just gliding effortlessly.
Ooh, that's a nice visual.
Right. Less friction means less wear and tear on your engine, which is what we want.
Exactly. Now, I know some people might be wondering about that 5W-30 thing. Can you break that down for us?
Sure thing. That's the oil's viscosity, basically how thick or thin it is at different temperatures.
Okay.
And 5W-30, that's like the Goldilocks of viscosities. Not too thick, not too thin.
Just right.
Just right. It's designed to flow properly in both cold and hot temps, so your engine stays happy all year round. All right, so we've got full synthetic 5W-30. Sounds pretty standard so far. But here's where things get really interesting. This oil isn't made from crude oil like most others. Pennzoil Ultra Platinum is crafted from natural gas.
Now, that's pretty cool.
Right. It's like magic. How do they even do that?
It's a pretty innovative process they've got going on. Basically, they convert natural gas into a super clean base oil.
So what does that mean for my engine?
Well, it means potentially less engine gunk building up. And on top of that, it might even be a bit easier on the environment compared to those traditional crude-based synthetics.
Less gunk and eco-friendly. I'm liking this more and more.
It's definitely a win-win.
Okay, but wait, there's more. Pennzoil is so confident in this oil that they're offering a 20-year, 750,000-mile warranty.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you heard that right. 20 years. 750,000 miles. That's like driving cross-country a zillion times. Are they serious?
Okay, so there are some conditions, of course.
Right, I figured.
You gotta use it exclusively
Okay.
and follow their recommended oil change intervals. But still, I mean, it really shows they believe in their product.
Yeah, that's some serious confidence.
Right. They're putting their money where their oil is.
Okay, so we've heard what Pennzoil claims. But now let's get real.
Yeah.
What do real drivers like you think about this stuff?
Let's hear from the people.
We dove into those Amazon reviews, and let me tell you, people are absolutely loving this oil.
Really?
It's got a 4.8 star rating.
Whoa, that's impressive.
Yeah, it seems like they're delivering on those promises of engine protection.
A lot of happy engines out there.
Some reviewers are calling it the best motor oil for the money.
Value and performance.
Others are raving about how quiet their engines run now.
Ah, the sweet sound of silence.
And get this, some even claim they're seeing better gas mileage. Who wouldn't want that?
Fuel savings. Sign me up.
Right, so it sounds like the benefits go way beyond just engine protection.
It's the whole package.
Quiet operation, potential fuel savings. Those are real-world perks that drivers can really appreciate.
Definitely perks worth considering.
But of course, no product is perfect.
There's always going to be a catch.
We did see a handful of negative reviews mentioning leaks.
Leaks? That's not good.
Yeah, a bit concerning. What could be causing that?
Well, leaks can happen with any liquid product, really.
True.
Could be improper storage, maybe a problem with specific bottles,
Oh yeah, makes sense.
or even just user error during pouring.
So the classic, oops, I spilled it moment.
Exactly.
All right, so it sounds like it's important to double-check that bottle before you use it and handle it carefully.
Always a good idea to be cautious.
Maybe even have a rag handy just in case.
Exactly. Better safe than sorry.
That's good advice. It's always better to be safe than sorry. But overall, it sounds like those leak complaints are pretty rare compared to all the positive feedback.
Yeah, just a tiny fraction of the reviews. Seems like the vast majority of people are having a really great experience with this oil.
Okay, so let's get back to that crazy warranty for a sec. 20 years, 750,000 miles. That's insane. You mentioned earlier it shows they believe in their product. What exactly makes this oil so durable?
Well, besides that super clean base oil we talked about, Pennzoil Ultra Platinum is packed with all these advanced additives that work together to keep your engine running smooth for the long haul.
Additives, huh?
Yeah, they're like tiny little superheroes for your engine.
I like it. So what do these superheroes do?
Well, they help prevent sludge and deposits from forming, which is important because that stuff can really clog up your engine and reduce performance over time.
Yuck. Engine gunk is the worst.
The absolute worst. But these additives are like, not on our watch.
I can hear them now.
And they also provide extra protection against wear and tear, especially in those extreme temperatures we talked about earlier.
So it's not just about keeping the engine clean, it's about actively protecting it from damage too.
Exactly. It's like giving your engine a suit of armor.
A suit of armor. That's a great analogy.
Right. Like those medieval knights, but for your car.
Okay, so let's bring it back to reality for a second. What does all this mean for the everyday driver? Is Pennzoil Ultra Platinum really worth the extra cost compared to that conventional oil?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? And honestly, it depends
On what?
on your priorities and what you want out of your oil. If you're just looking for basic lubrication and you change your oil frequently, conventional oil might be just fine.
Okay.
But if you're looking for maximum engine protection, better performance, and maybe even some fuel savings, then investing in a high-quality full synthetic like Pennzoil Ultra Platinum could be a really smart move.
You mentioned fuel savings earlier. Is that actually a real thing or just marketing hype?
It's actually backed by some science because full synthetic oils create less friction. Your engine doesn't have to work as hard.
Okay.
So that can lead to a little improvement in fuel economy. Might not be a huge difference, but hey, every little bit helps, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Especially with gas prices being what they are these days.
Yeah, I feel that.
Always looking for ways to save a few bucks at the pump.
Same here. Every penny counts.
All right, so let's say I'm convinced I'm ready to give Pennzoil Ultra Platinum a try. What should I keep in mind before I hit that add to cart button?
Well, first things first. Make sure you're choosing the right viscosity for your vehicle.
Okay, so
5W-30, that's a pretty common grade,
but
but it's always a good idea to double-check your owner's manual to see what your manufacturer recommends.
good point. It's easy to assume one size fits all, but cars can be picky.
They can be divas.
So we got to make sure we're giving them what they want.
Exactly. Happy car, happy life.
What else should we keep in mind?
Think about your driving habits. Do you mostly do short trips around town, or do you rack up a lot of highway miles?
Right.
Do you live in a place with really extreme temperatures?
Yeah, that makes sense.
All these factors can influence how your oil performs and how often you need to change it.
Okay, so someone who drives in stop-and-go traffic in like a scorching desert might need to change their oil more often than someone who cruises on the highway in a more temperate climate.
You got it. It's all about finding the right balance for your individual needs.
Okay, got it. And of course, we got to factor in budget, right?
Always a good idea.
Full synthetic oils like Pennzoil, Ultra Platinum. They're more expensive than conventional oils,
True.
but the potential long-term benefits, they might outweigh that upfront cost.
Could be a worthwhile investment.
All right, so consider your car, your driving habits, and your budget. Got it. Any other words of wisdom before we wrap things up?
Well, besides those Amazon reviews we already talked about,
Yeah.
you can always do a little extra research.
Like what?
Look into some independent testing and comparisons. There are tons of resources out there that can give you an even deeper dive into the world of motor oils.
A deeper dive.
Oh, yeah, we're just scratching the surface here.
I love it. Always more to learn.
Exactly.
All right, well, this has been an incredibly informative deep dive into the world of Pennzoil Ultra Platinum. It sounds like a pretty impressive oil with a lot to offer.
Definitely a top contender.
But ultimately, the decision of whether or not to try it is up to you, our listener.
You're the captain of your car.
So what will it be? Conventional oil or the full synthetic experience of Pennzoil Ultra Platinum? Decisions.
The power is in your hands.
It really is. And you know what? While you're mulling it over,
Mm.
picture this.
Okay, I'm
You're
picturing.
cruising down the highway, sun's shining windows down,
Okay.
and your engine is purring like a kitten.
I love that.
You're totally relaxed.
Yeah.
You've got that Pennzoil Ultra Platinum confidence.
It's a peace of mind.
Exactly. Knowing you've given your car the best possible care.
It's a good feeling.
It really is. So think about it. Could this be the oil upgrade your car's been waiting for?
The oil upgrade.
Only one way to find out, right?
Go for it. Take the plunge.
And hey, if you do, let us know how it goes. We love hearing from our listeners.
Always. Hit us up on social media. Leave a comment.
We want to know all about your Pennzoil Ultra Platinum experience. The good, the bad, the smooth.
All the oily details.
All right, that's it for today's deep dive into the world of Pennzoil Ultra Platinum. We hope you learned something new.
And had some fun along the way.
As always, thanks for tuning in.
Happy driving, everyone.
So if you're thinking about giving Pennzoil Ultra Platinum a shot, don't forget we'll include a link to that Amazon product listing in the show notes.
Yeah, check it out.
You can see all the details, all the specs, all the reviews, all in one place.
Easy peasy.
And hey, maybe while you're browsing, just picture this.
Okay, I'm picturing.
You're out on the open road, top-down music blasting, and your engine is running so smooth.
I like where this is going.
You're not worried about a thing.
Yeah.
Because you know you've got that Pennzoil Ultra Platinum
The
protection.
ultimate peace of mind.
Exactly. So is this the oil upgrade your car's been dreaming of? Well, there's only one way to find out.
Give it a try.
That's right. And hey, if you do, let us know what you think.
We want to hear all about it.
Hit us up on social media, leave a comment. We'd love hearing from our listeners.
Always. Your feedback makes our day.
All right, that's it for this deep dive into the world of Pennzoil Ultra Platinum. We hope you enjoyed the ride.
And learned a thing or two about motor oil.
Until next time. Happy driving, everyone.
Keep those engines running smooth.